Hello, welcome to another Tuesday night live stream, and tonight should be interesting. We'll just say the least, because I have been prepping for like the last hour, and stuff still not working. So, um, we'll just leave it at that for now. You'll probably get an idea when I go over there, and well, we'll see what happens. So let me see who's here and who. I see a lot of chat already, so we'll get started here. So looks like Bob was first, Joe was second, Eric was third. Where's Grish? Wow, Grish is way down there. Jeremy was here before Grish. Wow. Well, thank you for joining. Let's go back up here and see Eric's comment. I want to give Jay and DJ Ware both credit for giving me an idea to drive to put a True Mass box here at home. That's cool. You got a UPS and a River Flow 2, or sorry, EcoFlow River 2. That's cool. That's a lot of battery backup there if you have two different units. Razy 2 is what I recommend more often than not. That's probably the go-to for most things. If you can spare two drives, that's definitely good. Dell Precision from 2018. Yeah, that's probably newer than the machine I have on the wall over there. Grish says he was last. Yeah, you must have been busy. Tony made it in. Welcome in, Tony. And Tony says he is, in fact, last. Everyone's saying hello. Yes, definitely. Bob likes to build NASA's. Tony and Bob must have talked earlier. I'm curious to know about what. Yeah, I don't like Bella Etcher, or how do you pronounce that? I like Rufus better. That's just a personal opinion. Yes, I was late. I have a whole thing about how but we'll see. I don't own a record player. I've used record players in the past, but I don't own one. Yes, we're not 40p, are we? We better not be. Nobody died. I've just is the audio really breaking up? That's interesting. Is the audio like my microphone? Hold on. You shouldn't be hearing that yet, so that's not it. All right, so is the audio still breaking up? Is it currently happening? It's hard cut on and off. Wonder why that would be. Perfect rhythm. All right, hold on. I don't have a gate open. I don't have a compressor or a gate. What in the world? Okay, hold on. Is that better? Is it gone? I do not know sign language. Let's run a 1 kill. Still here. Okay. Well, then it's not OBS because. Okay. Let me try. Let me see if I can hear it. Probably double audio for a second, but. I'm not hearing it in the YouTube player. At least not in the one that in the YouTube studio. I'm not hearing it in the YouTube player. At least not in the one that in the YouTube studio. I can start and stop the FFmpeg. There we go. So I started and I restarted it. Is it still doing it? Well, this is gonna suck if this is how the stream's gonna go. Is it still doing it? Well, this is gonna suck if this is how the stream's gonna go. So Grish is saying restart your stream. That would be a good idea because I've heard that happen before. Especially if you were here before I started the stream, you probably should refresh your stream. So we'll go with that being the issue. All right, mine went away, restarted the stream. Hey, look at that. YouTube. It's not my fault. It's good to know. Alrighty, well that's interesting. I should have took you up on that bet. I'd be the sole owner of Capture the Concept. Or wait. Yeah. Anyway, so what I had intended, and no one died. I literally came home, had dinner, and then came downstairs and set this up. Usually, when I say dinner, I actually, we, I should say, grill out for the first time this year. So there's a picture earlier. We went outside and actually grilled for the first time this year, which is awesome. Cannot wait to do this more often. So I just thought I would bring that in there in the event that it came up, and it did. So we'll do that, and then I got to make sure I put it back to be that, and we're good to go. So I bet you did think it was. I bet you did think it was FFmpeg. I had a feeling it was not my setup. But hey. Food flex. Yeah, it was actually steak too. So steak and broccoli and jalapeno poppers is like an appetizer type of thing. So it was a good dinner. No, I did not. I really, really wish that I had. I think, pretty sure, it is my PTP clock. And the fact that my Cisco switches aren't really working very well with it. So Nils, who's sometimes here, messaged me that he actually bought a Raspberry Pi CM4 module, the card or the motherboard it goes on, and he is doing hardware PTP now, and said it wasn't a whole lot of money. So I think I'm going to probably copy him, if you will, and set up a hardware PTP clock, and then move forward, because I just don't think software is going to work. In theory, it should work, but it's just not. So it's hard to say if it's my virtualization server. It's hard to say if it's my Cisco switches. As you know, or maybe you may not know, but some of you may know, uh, my Grandstream gear arrives tomorrow. Cannot wait. So I am actually busy with church tomorrow, so I can't do anything with it tomorrow. But my hope is that maybe I can do a live unboxing on Thursday. We'll see. But at least the gear will be here, and it'll definitely be going in soon. So how PTP and AES67 will work with Grandstream will be interesting to try, because I'm wondering if it just works, or if I need to go, like I said, the hardware PTP route, which is kind of what my gut is saying is, because I gave it every shot I could. I tried everything I could to make that thing work, and in theory it should have worked, but it just didn't. So yes, I would hope that it's the only smoke we'll see tonight. That is interesting. I don't know why that would have changed, or what about that would be different. I don't know. Yeah, we could afford steak. It was Aldi's steak, but it was still steak nonetheless. Yes, Grandstream is on the truck. uh, no, tomorrow is band practice. I'm running audio this weekend, so we have practice on Wednesdays before, to go through all the music and set up IFBs, or in ears, I guess is the better term. So we do rehearsals on Wednesday nights, and we go through all the songs. We make presets. Each band member has an app on their phone that allows them to uh, make their own in-ear mix. We save that along with the song preset, and then therefore, come Saturday when we go through rehearsal, we're not messing around with stuff. We can just kind of go right into rehearsal, and then they're all scenes, and then we just call up different scenes for different songs, and so it's a pretty cool setup. Um, we're also doing a huge audio board upgrade at work on Thursday, potentially, and that'll be really interesting. It's kind of scary, actually, how much we're going to be doing on the audio board, jumping Windows 10 to Windows 11, because that's what the audio board actually runs. We're jumping firmware versions. We're jumping, all kinds of stuff. So um, Thursday should be an interesting day. No, not steak in the tube, real steak, but steak from Aldi nonetheless. Could afford a real steak if from a steakhouse if I wanted to too. But do I think you could be a news reporter? I don't. Probably. You have to learn to be brief though, because as you noticed, they don't have a whole lot of time for their stories. People don't watch long stories. Case in point, by my stream last week, where which did incredibly well. I'm shocked, but the average view duration is only 4 minutes, and then it like plummets off. Like, it's crazy how people tuned in last week and then they stopped watching after 4 minutes. So the fact that most of you stay longer than that is kind of crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, let's say you couldn't. I just, I'd be curious to see how you would do at that. So one of the things that I would like to try is to go over into the other room and kind of show you some of the stuff that's coming off the wall. And go from there. Although I think I technically forgot my screwdriver, so that may not happen. But let's just try to go over there and see what does happen. Now, unfortunately, wait, no, I can take this. Never mind. I am not thinking correctly because at first I was like, I can't take this with me, but then I realized I totally can. So let's go see what the other room looks like, and hopefully you will have audio when I switch to it. All right, let me try that again. I think you can see and hear me now. It looks like you should. So let me know in the comments if you can actually see and hear me. Yeah, like I said, well, I said before you didn't catch it because the microphone didn't work. The microphone that I was going to wear, the lav mic, that was one of the things that failed in testing. So we won't stay over here very long, but I just want to let you guys know. So as you know, this is my wall of tech. Just a couple things over here. You can see the fiber transceiver. I'm not quite sure. I forget the name of it, but it's the I think it's GPON. That's from the new fiber company I got. This is the old, I think it was TrueNAS at one point. Before that it was ESXi, and it had a couple other uses. That's going to come off the wall. If my microphone was working, I would go take it off the wall, but unfortunately the microphone does not work because, yeah, reasons. Over here you can see my wiring from my antenna and DirecTV. That still works. And then here you could see the Cisco switches. These are all going to come off the wall probably, I'm guessing Thursday if I'm lucky, maybe probably Saturday morning, we'll see. And that's where the new 24-port switch will go. And then down here you can see the two virtualization servers, and they are both plugged in via 10 gig. Below my laptop right here is the TrueNAS box. This is the Ugreen NAS running TrueNAS. And so that's running right there. That is via 10 gig as well. Now, unfortunately, that is 10 gig copper, and all I have right here is, well, right now I have 10 gig both, but the Grandstream is only SFP plus ports, so I need to find a SFP plus to copper to plug this TrueNAS in. Tony, maybe you can point me in the right direction if you're still here, because I definitely need to get a SFP module for the new Grandstream boxes. As you can see over here, this used to have a PC here. I'm actually going to build a shelf. The material is right here. I'm going to build a shelf right here to put the Ugreen NAS on top of, so it's not sitting on my servers. There was talk, or I guess I am considering, I should say, of getting a wall mount rack kit. Not that the servers would go in it, but the Ugreen NAS could go into it, and the new switches could go into it. I am looking forward to, right here is the passive PoE injector for the Ubiquiti access point. This thing is, I'm not going to call it garbage, but man, does that thing just sometimes flake out. And so I'm looking forward to getting rid of that. This is on a gimbal, which I was hoping to do auto tracking with. But here's some a 66 block for the old phone system, kind of that I was going to try to hook up. That ended up being a project I never pursued anymore, but I would like to get back to that. That goes to a couple places throughout the house where I could put an old school analog phone. The new Grandstream has a phone system in it, which would be interesting to play with. And so yeah, one thing you may be able to see here is oops, wrong direction. This is my sump pump area over here, and back in there is my EcoFlow, or EcoFlow if you will. And then this is the infamous, if you will, sump pump area that caused my basement to flood. Not once, but twice. So now that there's two sump pumps in there, both plugged in, all this was replaced last time we flooded. So now there's two brand new sump pumps and two new backflow preventers because one was leaking. And there's a battery backup unit on the other one. They're on different phases of power, so if power goes out, in theory we won't lose that. So this is my wonderful basement that's kind of a mess right now. But let me go back and check out the chat. So yeah, Fiber GPON, yes. I cut a lot of the wire ties. I cut a lot of wire ties, actually. This is all nice and neat. I will let you know. But basically, when I started down this road of rewiring everything, I just decided to cut everything. It'll all go back with wire ties, trust me. We're not going to leave it like this. But yeah, so there'll be wire ties back on here. So since the microphone's not working, let's go back. Unless you guys have any more questions about the setup here, this is all GFCI protected. It's like I said, it's on 2 different phases. So some things, if we lose a phase, we don't necessarily go down. But yeah, it all needs cleaned up. Won't even show you the floor; it's an absolute mess. I can show you this. So this was the hard drive that's in the TrueNAS box, or the PFSense box. This thing has a date on it of 2014. So yeah, this is what died in the TrueNAS box. I could have swore that this was replaced. I was shocked when I pulled it out and realized that this is actually what I was using. It explains why it died. But yeah, so this is why the PFSense box died. So it is currently, it is just now kind of in shambles. It just is going to take this to the recycling pile and get rid of it. So make it a whole pile of stuff to go to the recycling center. We have a company at work that takes all recycling stuff. So, and in case you were wondering, right there is the Netgate SG1100. That is what we're currently running on. This stream is going through that. Don't need that cable anymore. So yeah, let's go back to the desk unless you guys have any more questions, which I didn't check, so I should probably check that first. Yes, those are load-bearing plastic totes. So. Yeah, so Eric asked, what was this? This is actually, and this is again one reason why I was shocked that this actually was still here. This is this an M dot? No, this is an M dot 2. This is a, I can't even remember what kind of slot that is. This is a 128 gig SATA SSD for a laptop that goes into an adapter that converts it over to regular SATA. So I guess is this mSATA, I think they call it. So this is mSATA, I think, going into regular SATA. And like I said, I could have swore that I had replaced this. I don't know why I've been using. I have like 5 SSDs. I don't know why I would be using an old mSATA one. Kind of beyond me. The cool Tony. That's a cool sign. I got it for, I think, my birthday or Christmas. We put it out when it's game day. I also have a flag. So we could fly the flag too. Let me grab my laptop and see if there's any more questions. I don't know if they're fault tolerant plastic totes, but they're they're definitely plastic totes. I have thought about like I said, this is a gimbal. I have thought about putting a rack right there, and but I would need some place to put the things that are in the storage. Like, these need to go somewhere. These are full cables. So I'm not quite sure where else to put them. I don't want to take up any more floor space. We are kind of running out of floor space. So, all right, any more questions? All right, let's go back to the other room. All right, so we're back here, but I'm seeing the wrong thing. Why does that? Hold on. Well, that's weird. I don't know why. My remote desktop session into my OBS machine is flaking out. There we go. Now we should be back to normal. But I just realized my phone's in there, and my phone is wasting away, so I don't want to go. I'm going to go grab it real quick while we take a quick break. So, a couple things that you may be interested in. I was using Play Pro. It is from High Vision. It is an SRT app that allows you to, for Android at least, you can you could just use SRT and you basically can add presets and locations and you can just store them, so you could stream to, like, in this case, OBS, or I could stream, an SRT feed to someone else and just have presets to go. So that's called Play Pro, again from High Vision. If I'm saying that correctly. The microphone I was trying to use, and I know it does in fact work, because I tested it before, was this El Cheapo unit from, I think it was Temu. This was a gift, and it does work. I was actually shocked at how well the thing worked with the built-in recording software, and I had hoped that it would work with the High Vision Play Pro, but it did not. And then I was really hoping that I could do the DJI app at the same time, so like I could have it track my motions and stream at the same time, but of course that doesn't work. So my wonderfully laid plans failed at various levels tonight. But I'm on the air, and that's what's important. So yeah, so let's go back to the chat. Already saw that. So Tony says, I'll send you the model tomorrow. It used to be cool. That'd be good to have. Yeah, it's got to be an M.2. That's what I guess it is. Nail the toes to the ceiling and duck. I don't know that would go over very well. I have seen that. I'm not in person, but I have seen photos of that. People who had the food jars and whatnot. So yeah, so like I said, it wasn't for lack of trying. I definitely had a couple cool plans for tonight, but nonetheless didn't work out. Keith is here. Hello, Keith. How was your ankle? How was your surgery? I had kind of expected to see you live tonight, actually. As you can see, I'm back on Tuesdays. I'll probably be on Tuesdays for a while. I don't have any foreseen changes to the schedule coming up. Yeah, I was hoping, I was refreshing your page today too to see if you were going to be streaming or not. So speaking of gear, because we were talking about that earlier, I got this the other day, and this is really cool. It's anchored, I forget the model number, but it's got HDMI, SD card, and micro SD, plus a USB-C, and this actually takes power input. So this is actually a power delivery input, and then this can provide power to your laptop. So not only is it a card reader, power delivery mechanism, HDMI output if your laptop supports it, it's got two A inputs on the other side, but it's also got a network jack. So you can use this to power your laptop, get a wired network connection, expand your USB ports, and read SD cards or micro SD. And like I said, if you have a HDMI, if your USB-C supports display, you can actually use it as a display output. Now, I don't have a laptop that'll support that as a display, but I love the fact that instead of carrying around this, which is my old one, which just does USB-C and USB-A and HDMI, now it's a card reader and a network jack. So, and this was not very expensive. I was $40, I think it was 40, whatever. But modern laptops don't have network jacks on them, and sometimes Wi-Fi is not available, or you just want a wired connection because Wi-Fi isn't always guaranteed. So definitely took an upgrade from this to this, and I think my wife will be getting this one because she's basically out of ports on her laptop, and this will allow her to plug in 2 more USB-A devices. So just thought that was interesting. Haley also ordered a bunch of colorful USB-A to USB-C adapters. We bought 2 packs of those. They were super cheap because we had a couple die on us recently. Not quite sure why, but and yes, here's what I was talking about. I have a million. I have lots of SSDs. So while I was running that M.2 or that SATA one, I'm not quite sure why, because I have SSDs for that pfSense box. Keith said he released an updated video. Okay. I have not seen that yet, but I will go watch it. Sorry, I missed this cable or comment earlier. Yeah, I did think about that too. They're kind of expensive, but I did think about that too. Like, well, maybe I could put some drawers in there. I don't probably need all the cables I have, so that may be maybe something I actually go with too. Is just go straight up rack and then do drawers in there. Tony asked earlier, do you experience any issues with your Ethernet cable running along? No, not that I'm aware of. No, I mean, Ethernet cables are shielded, so in theory, they reject noise. A lot of radio stations are actually using Ethernet cable now as their audio lines. There is a company. Oh, what is that company called? Studio Hub. That's what I'm thinking of. Studio Hub. And so a lot of people now, a lot of manufacturers are actually just using Ethernet for audio. And so here you can plug an Ethernet cable in, and then it breaks it out to XLR. So audio, or Ethernet cable, I should say, has a great rejection. So if you can run analog audio over that cable and not have interference issues, I'm pretty sure that a network's going to be able to talk over it with just, out any issues as well. And in the audio over IP world, a lot of things now have what looked like network switches on the back, but they're actually designed for these things. So you can use, ins and outs on the back of these audio devices now are just RJ45s. And on one side, they're audio inputs and outputs. On the other side, they're an actual network switch. It's kind of funny. You have to pay attention now where you plug your cables in, because you could plug audio into a network jack or vice versa. So yeah, these are Studio Hub. Not that any of you guys necessarily need these, but I'm just saying if you ever needed to or wanted to, this is a great way to send audio and not have to carry around dedicated audio cables. I don't know if this is something, Joe, you would be interested in. You probably already heard of this, but if you haven't, check out Studio Hub, which I think was technically sold to somebody recently. I don't know. I forget who it was sold to. But anyway. So Keith is going to surgery, or sorry, healing from surgery on day 11. I have actually done the same thing. I don't know why Keith Bennett doesn't come up right, but if I type in Keith Bennett and like Black Magic, it comes up. Yes, network jacks are nice. I mean I understand why the laptops don't have them these days. I mean they're trying to go so thin that a network jack would just be make it impossible to be thin, and 99% of people probably don't ever need a network jack, a wired network jack in their laptops. And if you do, then you can buy an adapter. I mean, so speaking of tools, I have these scissors, or sorry, these cutters that I have had for a while. I was working on a project one time, and I didn't have a knife with me, and so the guy literally handed me his tools. All I guess I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but he basically handed me this and he says, "Now you do." And so I've had these for a long time. They are not the best knives or knife, I mean, but they have some mean scissors on them. So I like these. Not quite sure how this stream turned into a tool chat, or a gear chat thing, I guess, but nonetheless. So these are what I use to cut every wire tie in there. And there were a lot of them, so I did a lot of cutting in wire ties. What's my wife messaging me? Hold on. Haley sent me a message that says, "Good night, fellow nerds." So she's going to bed. So yeah, so I guess the one thing I was also thinking you might be interested in, I don't know, I think we talked about it briefly. I don't, but I did sign up for Amazon, so I need to figure that out because I did sign up to be an Amazon affiliate. I would love to make a link to that because it is awfully cool. I would highly suggest you all buy one. You have 8 of them? Seriously? But yes, Jeremy, if I could figure out how to make Amazon affiliate links, I would totally make one and send it to you. And it can't be like crazy hard to do. I just haven't been able to figure it out, and I'm not one to read instructions very often. Well, I guess it depends on what I'm doing. If it's like building an IKEA cabinet, I'll probably read the instructions. But, and that was a joke because there aren't actual words in IKEA instructions. It's just pictures. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I cannot figure out how to make an Amazon affiliate link. It's the darndest thing. I don't know. That makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. We are basically starting to. My coworker found these and was like, "Hey, I found these for you," and so we started buying these for work. I bought it, buying them here. Like it's just these things are so cool, and they're Anchor, so like they're gonna work because Anchor makes good stuff. I considered getting one of their bigger power packs, but then I went with the EcoFlow instead. The PC you moved from the power wall where the greet shelf is going. No, that PC is already gone. That one I took to the recyclers a while ago. That was my first True NAS box in this house. No, it wasn't the first, but it was one of the first. That was a True NAS box. That was a Dell Optiplex from like 9 years ago as well. They're both Dell Optiplexes from 9 years ago. And no, so this is, I'm actually torn because I'm afraid that if I get rid of all of my desktop PCs, that I'm going to come across a use case where I need to plug a card in and I'm not going to have a desktop to put it in. But I also realize that doesn't happen very often. And then, like, so A, it doesn't happen very often, and B, now that I have my 2 servers up and running, and PCI pass-through is a thing that works pretty damn well inside of XCPNG, as Grish knows. Grish and I just talked about that. I really could put any card I get into the server if I needed to. That being said, it still bothers me that I won't have a regular desktop PC anymore, like anywhere in the house. It'll all be laptops or servers. There won't be any more desktops. And so I kind of want to build a desktop, but I don't have a use case for it. So I'm torn at this point. Just heard a weird noise. Keith says use the Affiliator app. Didn't know there was such a thing. Affiliate link. You log into the account. Okay. Now I'm curious. I don't think it. What'd you say? So you log in. There's a new new bar top of screen. Oh, jeez, right in front of my freaking face. Gotcha. Holy crap. I'm not entirely sure I've logged into Amazon since since I've done this. Was that really? Wow, I don't know how the hell I missed that. Get link. Copy. There you go, Jeremy. No, I had logged in. I think I've logged in before. I don't know that I don't know that I think it was I thought it was an ad. I don't know why. I thought it was an ad. That's funny. Yeah, they're 20% off right now. So they're, like I said, they're $39.99 right now for these. So you should all go buy them. And now I feel like I need to spend like tonight just making affiliate links and posting them everywhere. Sorry. Uh, there'll be more PCs thrown away. We don't have desktop PCs anymore at work. We got rid of all of them too. Like there's a couple for the editors, and they're not going anywhere anytime soon. There's a wave coming. Should I know that date? Well, I don't know about that, but last week's stream definitely helped because it was over 2,000 views and 100 some watch hours. So I don't think. What am I at right now? So currently my subscriber count is 1,877. That video from last week is got 2,085 views and 137 watch hours. Not counting, well, no, that would count that, I guess. So now I'm up to 2,107 watch hours, which is still disappointing, because I was like really close to 3,000. But I guess I got to do. I guess I got to do a lot more streams with the phrase Grand Stream, Unify, PF Sense, and Grand Stream Cisco in it. So I guess I got to use all the keywords. Fun facts: it keeps a cookie in the browser, so you get commission for a certain period of time. Like if on commission on objects I buy myself. Because depending on what I buy, that could be actually worth something. Or you mean it puts a cookie in their browser? Oh, don't use your own links. They watch the IP address. Gotcha. Oh, okay. Sorry, I I was not aware of that date. I mean, I've heard it, I'm sure, but yes, I know. Video, I know. You aren't the only person to suggest that. um, like I said, I think at this point I'm going to probably try to do some sort of unboxing live. That'll probably get some views. Um, I don't know that I want to stream it going in. That doesn't seem. Well, I mean, after tonight's fiasco of me trying to stream something, I don't know that I want to do that. Um, I mean, that being said, that microphone does work with the phone, so I kind of wonder if I wonder if I set up. So we're gonna try. We're gonna do it live. We're gonna do stuff live because I'm curious. So, in my. So turn this on. So in my phone, if I go to the recorder app, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does actually say USB compatible device. Save. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does actually say USB compatible device. So it definitely recorded that. Well, that's interesting. This thing allows you to do transcriptions now. Huh. So now I'm curious if I go... Oh, there's Keith's video, right top of the screen. If I go live on my app... Hold on. That is way too damn close to my face. All right, I'm going to see if this works. Go live. Gonna go vertical for you people who love vertical. Three, two, one. Okay, so I just started a second stream. I'm curious if any of you can go over to that stream, and then if you can tell if my lav mic is working. I would love to know the answer, because that would help me figure out if I could go live while I cut over to Grand Stream, or if it's not even worth trying. Or, if one of you wanted to help me out, I could, and this would be interesting, send you a couple different streams, and you could like switch it live for me, because that way at least it's more entertaining than me just staring at, you know, or a single camera shot of staring at the wall. Wow, Joe, that's a good one. So, no, I'm serious. The mic is working. This is a separate stream. Mic is working. So if I turn the mic off, now does it sound different on the stream, Grish? Because Grish is over there. Just want to make sure that now that either there is no audio or the audio is different. Because the microphone is off now. So I'm just curious if... Good. Okay, so the lav mic is in fact being used. So that's good. And now it should be back. So, wow, there are 4 of you over there watching. That's great. And one of you liked it already. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's... it's a little much, I guess, but I mean, I appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to end this stream. Yes. All right, cool. So like I said, I could, in theory, then stream my Grand Stream install. Again, I'm not sure that'd be riveting entertainment, but... Oh. But I guess for the algorithm, maybe it would be worth doing it. I don't know. I mean... I've watched people do some weird stuff on... Not weird stuff. I mean, things like that before, so I guess it wouldn't be crazy to think people would watch that. All right, let's go back up. So that's what the Windows 10 or Windows 11 requirements, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, and older. So that's what's going away. Okay. Well, gosh, that'd be nice. I don't know if it'd be a first for YouTube, but it'd be a first for me. It'd be my first unboxing because I've never done an unboxing. Because honestly, I'm not a big fan of unboxings. Um, that's just me. Why do you think it's gonna take 5 nights? I'm just curious. Um, I mean, in theory, I could do it. I think I could swap out the whole network in like 2 hours if I was really trying. I think I could probably make that happen. So, Bob, are you buying a 10 gig switch soon? That's a lot of caviar. And I'm not sure I'd want Amazon to deliver it. Thank you. That's not a bad shirt idea. I'm just saying. No, that'd be. I've done time lapse videos in the past. Not that I've released them on my channel, but I've done YouTube. I've done time lapse videos before and posted them on YouTube for work. Um, it's not a bad idea. Do an OnlyFans grand stream unboxing. Oh boy. The 5 nights would increase viewing hours, yes. Check signal, okay.
But this would be interesting. Send you a couple different streams, and you could like because that was just more entertaining
Okay.
than me just staring at a single camera shot.
Thank you, Tony. I have a feeling if I looked at your your viewing history, there would probably be some weird stuff on it. Yeah, no, like I said, I don't know that I would. I personally don't watch unboxing videos very often, unless it's about the product and then unboxing is like a 2 minute segment, involved as part of the whole bigger video. Um, but yeah, I used to watch distro install videos because when I first was starting learning how to use Linux, but yeah, now anymore is like, okay, you click next, 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 next. um, I did that. Thank you. Good to know. You have 7 10 gig switches? Okay, well, when you want to buy the Knicks, I'll send you an affiliate code for the Knicks. Let's just throwing it out there. Because according to this, I get 4% commission. My Ugreen NAS is selling right now for $594, which is like what I paid for it in the first place, if that. All right, so now I'm curious, Joe. Okay, or maybe someone else. Where do you earnings? Okay, does it say where do you see what people bought? I guess that's my next question. Oh, okay. Nobody ordered anything yet, so I guess I haven't really seen. um, all right, well, I'll have to play around. I'll have to make some affiliate links for sure. Cool. Well, thank you for that, by the way, so I don't forget to say thank you. Wrong window. I'm stuck in my windows. Yes, I definitely should. I definitely will have to make a VOD on my setup once it's all done. Comparing it to my old network, whatnot. Ease of install kind of thing. Um, and somebody once, I don't know who told me, but at one point I heard 8 minutes was the spot you had to achieve, because I noticed that like every single news report I was watching on YouTube was 8.5 minutes long, and was like two segments clipped together to get 8 minutes. So yeah, I think you got to be 8 minutes to get an ad or whatever it is. So 10 minutes seems like a good spot. The guy that cleans sewer clogs in the UK with his toy rat freaks out when he finds corn. Yep, that's definitely weird stuff. I remember, yeah, we were just talking about this the other day about Bob, how Bob went Unify, I went Grandstream. Bob went like high end Unify. Grish, do you want MikroTik switches? I guess my question: has MikroTik gotten better in terms of the interface? Because that was the number one complaint everybody had about MikroTik, was that the interface sucked, and people make fun of PF Sense interface, but they were making fun of MikroTik interface even more. So I'm wondering if the switches are better than they used to be in terms of the interface. I see a lot of things that I think are ads. um, I really did think it was just a freaking ad. Oh, 8 minute allows for mid-roll ads. Okay. Yeah, I've seen an increase in like 8 hour long videos. I mean, they're usually like sleep rainforest type videos, but um, I could not imagine watching an 8 hour YouTube video. At least not in one sitting, that's for sure. Aren't you like 20 minutes from each other? Oh wait, no, you're not in. You're not. Are you in Washington? I forget where you live. You're out. Yeah, I forget. For some reason, though, I didn't think you were very far apart. You can actually place the spot for your mid-roll. Well, that's good. I've actually noticed that, like, because the mid rolls sometimes will make sense, and then sometimes they will be just in weird places, and I'm wondering if some people actually like place them, because it, to me, as a person used to television, I would like to make a video that says, please stand by, while we roll a break, click break rolls, and then welcome back, because that'd be a better viewing experience than being mid-sentence or coming to the conclusion of a thought, and then all of a sudden the break rolls, and then the break comes back, you play the same clip, like the last 4 or 5 seconds again, and you play it. To me, if you could actually treat it more like a broadcast, I think it'd be a better viewing experience. I'm sure I'm probably the only person who thinks that, but I really wish YouTube would allow you to like place an ad exactly where you wanted it. And in live streams, like I wish there was a button in YouTube Studio that was like roll a break in 5 seconds, because that'd be helpful. I think it'd be nice to have the ability to do that. Treat it more like a TV station, more like a actual broadcast. Some YouTubers go for 30-minute videos on the premise that 10% watch time of 30 minutes is better than 10% watch time of 10 minute. Yeah. I guess it depends on the metric you're trying to achieve. Yeah. I know, like at work, we care about minutes watched. That's all we care about nowadays. So... Bob says MikroTik boots in seconds. The interface and are a pain in the ass. And they do way better lag. Okay. Who was just telling me they boot up fast? Was that? I think Tom Lawrence might have mentioned that they boot crazy fast. I have seen some of those. Oh man, what was that documentary the other day that was just absolute trash? Oh, there was a Twisters one, like the movie Twisters, and it's like the real story behind Twisters, and I'm like, well, Twisters is one of our favorite movies. Sorry, and then like the second one came out, so I thought it was about the movies. The thumbnail's about the movies. It talked about, like, in the description about the movies. It then played a video. It was an hour-long documentary. It played, like, 5 or 10 minutes of weather videos. Then it went to this thing about the movie where basically it played the trailer, and it talked over the trailer, and it was a bad version of the trailer. And then it went on to, like, weather stories from around the world. I'm like, we stopped after, like, 20 minutes. Like, this is not a documentary. This is your AI-generated bullshit that basically isn't even about the movie that you said it was about. I actually wanted to go ban the channel. Like, I wanted to go block the channel because I'm like, this is crap. And now, because I watched, like, 20 minutes of it, or at least more than I should have, I'm getting recommendations for all kinds of documentaries, and I clicked on another one today, and it's AI crap too. And I'm like, come on, stop it. Like, I don't want to watch your damn AI videos because they suck. They're not based on fact, and, they're not good. Sorry, it's not. And I saw Willie's video on AI about his website, and it was very similar to an AI video I got presented to someone showed me a couple months ago. And I'm sorry, but that's not, people don't listen to that kind of stuff. Like the guy and the girl talking back and forth, like, isn't the weather great today? And then back at like no one listens to that. Like that's not that's not what people are going to listen to. I don't know why you would make an AI video where it's a man and woman talking back and forth about like over breakfast about whatever it is. Like that's not, at least in my opinion, that doesn't seem like it's going to get any views. That seems like a giant waste of time to make a cliche, almost like 1950s vibe. It just feels like it was old school. I'm like, no one talks like that. No one's. That's not a thing that's going to happen. But yeah, so I don't want to do a rant. Like this is not about a rant. So I will change topics because I could just keep going on and on. Yes, this is my Haley's niece and I just talked about this the other day. I said because she loves 8 hour SMR or ASMR videos, and I said, don't the ads just wake you up like crazy, or don't the ads just like come on booming in like buy my crap today? And she goes, well, no, because the people I listen to don't have ads. And I'm like, then what's the point of the video if they're making videos for 8 hours and there's no ads? Like, that doesn't seem to jive because I've watched live streams or tried to fall asleep to a live stream and had ads come in and blow me away out of the water, which is why I hate ads and audio levels that don't match. Like, I hate how like sometimes audio is so low in a live stream and then the ads come in and it blows you away. And that's probably because I work in television and we get in trouble for that. But yet YouTube can do it and no one cares. It's like, hello. But well, aren't you in a nice area? Space Rex does the 30. Yeah, and I can't finish a video that he makes. It's just too long. I don't have the time to sit through 30 minutes of that. Can't do it. He has some cool content. I can't listen to that for 30 minutes because it's needlessly drawn out. I think it's time for Tony to do a live stream as well. You did not forget how. Bob is 7 hours from me. Okay. Yeah, no, obviously he's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. I think I've caught on to the intentionally long videos, and I can't do that. Is that a thing I should start? Should I go out and buy jtube.com? Oh, okay. Maybe there is. I don't never. Yeah, see, this is where I would disagree because I don't. They place them in some places that it pisses me off, and I often will basically stop watching if I. It happened the other day. There was an ad come on. It was 30 seconds. I didn't want to finish the ad. I literally stopped watching the video. So it's starting to get a little annoying because I couldn't skip the ad and I was getting frustrated. So I said, I'm not going to watch this video then. They make an LTE modem? Because I might be in the market for one. Yes, there's so many damn AI things out there now. It is crazy, and I wish there was a way for me to just block the channels as I find them because they're so annoying. The Pacific Garbage Patch. MikroTik has two different OSs. Oh, that's right. There's yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to trying one or playing with one, but like I said, I just bought Grandstream, so I guess I'm not in the market for anything like that. I didn't see the video, but I heard about it. Um, yeah, I think AI is low effort quality. Well, yeah, AI sucks. Um, in the Willie Howe video today, the woman's voice was better than the man's, but the minute I heard the start of it, I was like, "This is AI." I mean, he already introduced the fact that it was AI, but it's like I said, the second or third time now that someone's played me an AI audio thing. Like, isn't this great? Like, and I'm like, no, it's not. And it's not good for various reasons. I mean, yes, the technology is good, the fact that it can do it, but should you do it? I mean, we can do a lot of things in this world. The question is should we? And honestly, um, more often than not, the answer is probably no. Um, that's true. No, that's unfortunately. Yeah, it's live and we're not AI. That is 100% sure. Now, the funny thing is I actually spun up a local AI on my server. I think we talked about it before. It doesn't have the processing power at all to run, but I did spin it up just to prove I could do it. I had a conversation with myself in the car the other day. I was like, I should probably just buy YouTube Premium at this point. I'm so tired of the pre rolls breaking up the video or breaking up the whatever, and I was just like, I should just go buy freaking YouTube Premium because I'm so sick of the ads because it's just. But I really should. You know, Bob said I used to have a Spotify rain channel, and then suddenly they added like after 5 years they got blasted up bed by. Yeah, it's a bad viewing experience, and like I said, having worked in television, where we literally have laws about how loud the station can be and how much audio normalization or audio volume, whatever. Um, it pisses me off that YouTube doesn't have to do that, but yet wants to play in the same field that we do, and we have to do audio normalization. It's like, can't they figure that crap out? Because they sure can. They're not doing it. Whatever. And it's just, um, you know, 7 hours and 25% import tax. Well, that's only if they catch you, right? um, and I'm joking because I have not gone across the border in I have not crossed the border in 24 years. So it's been sorry, international border. I've crossed state borders all the time. I have not crossed international border in 24 years. So do not take me for legal advice or anything like that when it comes to that kind of stuff, because I haven't crossed the border in a long time. Yeah, supposed to. I haven't seen one yet. No, this is 100% true. And this is what I was talking to someone at work about the other day. I said, this is all a fad. It's like everything else in this world. It's going to be a thing for a while, and then everyone's going to go, well, great, now what? Because it's going to get a bad name, a bad reputation, kind of like the cloud was for a while. Everybody wants the cloud. Everyone wants the cloud. And then all of a sudden, the cloud goes down. The cloud costs go up. Everyone's like, well, wait a minute here. Why do I need the cloud when I could just host this stuff at my house or my place for cheaper, and blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, guess what? While the cloud's still a thing, AI will still be a thing. And there are parts of AI that I do think are beneficial. It's machine learning, people. It's not artificial intelligence. And yeah, there's some things it can do well. Create content is not one of those things. Yeah, I'll report it. And then it'll be like the YouTube game on Sunday afternoon. Sorry, the NFL football game on YouTube, where it's like I'm watching a live stream an NFL game. And if I can find the live stream of an NFL game, you would think YouTube could find the same stream, but they are not finding it or canceling it for like 20, 30 plus minutes. So, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, okay, come on. Are you actually going to do something about it? Because my guess is you're not. All right, hold on a second. Where did that go? And this is a great example of AI, because YouTube has a thing now, which I just discovered today. Actually, was that they have like an inspiration page where you can go and it can like tell you story ideas. It can like write you basically a summary. How come? Where did that go? Hold on. Come on. Favorites, desktop. There we go. Graphics 4. So yes, so this is AI for you. Not quite sure what their intention was for this, but yeah, not so much. I almost made it my thumbnail. I may still do it because I think it's kind of funny. But yeah, that's AI for you. Jay stays 480p to prove this isn't AI. I mean, in some ways, I am ahead of the curve. What does YouTube Premium family cost? I actually have not looked up YouTube Premium pricing in a while. I have gotten several phone calls from YouTube TV subscribers who are having issues. So, and they're not our issues, they're YouTube issues. I would pay to turn off podcast in Spotify. I use Spotify for a podcast because there's one podcast called Inside the Truck that is on Spotify that I want to listen to. That is the only reason why I go to Spotify. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. That's a whole different topic. Um, you've been inspected by Border Patrol. Crossing the border right now is a crapshoot. Both sides are angry. You're like, yeah, no, now's probably not the best time. I'm just, he did not, or they did not. I went over there so many times, never been inspected. That one time I stopped and took a passport out of my trunk somehow. Wow. Yeah, no, it's not intelligence. It's we call it that, but it's definitely not intelligent. And the last time I went across the border, well, that was in France, but I mean, the last time I went across the Mexican border, which I've been to Mexico. Um, we basically pulled up to the Mexico border. We got out of the car. The guy who was driving the car went this way. We walked through a building like said we were U.S. citizens. They let us keep walking. We got to their side of the thing. The car was sitting there. We walked in the car and kept driving. I mean, it had to have been like 5 minutes. It was insane how fast we could get through the border. And I'm like, how is this secure? And this was in like 1998, like maybe 99. Um, I was like, there's no way this is secure because we didn't get checked. And that was a long time ago. Yeah, no, like I said, yeah, there are things it does well. Um, writing books and essays, yeah, I would not let it do that. I used it for employee reviews because I can make bullet points. I use it for employee reviews and capital submissions because I can just basically make a list of things and then say, make it into a thing that makes sense. And it works. This sounds familiar. This one does sound familiar to me. That might have made the news. Entrance essays? Oh boy. Well, yeah, because no one uses that word, or at least very often. Oh, yeah. And who the hell uses that word? No, it's not about a white, creepy van. Inside the truck is actually about Canadians who do sports television. That is not what I wanted to search. I guess it's on Apple too, but um, no, go away. Yeah, so Steve Lansky is like a producer for like Canadian sports. Paul Hemming is a director in Canada. Both have worked for like not CBC. It's the is it TCN, whatever this Canadian television. The other one is not CBC, but the private one, or one of the private channels, I should say. But this is about sports television because most of that is done in a truck. TSN, thank you. Yes, I think they both worked for TSN in various ways. You swear on your okay. There's more to the story. He didn't believe me. I was alone at a random crossing at 10 p.m. I was going to Ottawa to sightsee. Why were you going to sightsee in Ottawa? Oh, so it wasn't just me. So this has happened before because I was shocked at how just go through no big deal. Yeah, that would definitely sucked. Yes, they have television up there. Oh, is that what TSN stands for? Is the sports network? That's yeah. Yeah, one of them's done I don't know, 9 Grey Cups, and the other one's done Hockey Night in Canada, produced Hockey Night in Canada, and the other one's done directed 9 Grey Cups, like I said, and the Olympics for whoever. So, it's an interesting. If you're into television, it's an interesting little podcast to listen to because it's behind the scenes info from people who really know their stuff. I was gonna go to Canada for work, but you can't tell them that. Hmm. I still like the story of the school. Is it in Minnesota? It must be Minnesota. Yeah, that they can't get to the school without going through Canada. So the school bus has to pull over, make a phone call, and then keep going. It's yeah, it's interesting. Well, pretty soon we might take more than Canadian jobs. Oh wait, sorry, I'm not. We'll make one giant state. It'll be great. It'll work out well for everybody. Um, we're not making it the 51st state. Sorry, not happening. Although then Bob could get his stuff probably a lot easier and cheaper. Alrighty. All right. So I should probably think about wrapping this up. Um. So yeah, sorry the live stream didn't go the way I had envisioned. I guess I still got to show off the wall of tech, but not in the way I had envisioned. And I'm not quite sure I could figure out a way to do that with the current setup because, yeah, there's just no way. But I'm glad to know the microphone works because that allows me. That means I could do a live stream while doing some work. Because, yeah, honestly, I feel like I hate to say it. I hate to do this, but I feel like a live stream where I was like installing Grand Stream would be get some sort of views, and then do a stream or do a thing where like configuring Grand Stream, and then like this, and I don't know. I feel like that'd be playing the game, I guess you will. I'm not quite sure because I was so close to getting monetized before, and then it all went away, and it just frustrates me because I feel like I should have gotten there already. um, but yeah. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the tonight. Sometimes I don't know. I'm not 100% sure why you guys stick around. I feel like sometimes it's a train wreck. But I truly do appreciate the fact that you do stick around. Funny story. I don't think you're watching, but if you are, let me know. I got a phone call the other day from somebody at work, and they're like, so I was Googling X Playout, and I came across the video, and all of a sudden you're on the screen explaining X Playout to me, and I'm like, yep, that happened. So people at work actually found me because of one of my tutorials or my videos. So if you're watching, hello. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. It's like come full circle now, where I did a video about a topic, and people at work are finding it because they're researching the topic. But yeah. So anyway, before I just keep rambling, I gotta go. Thank you all for watching. Maybe Thursday night live stream unboxing if people are interested. I don't know. We'll see. I hope this stuff arrives tomorrow and that we don't have any problems. But yeah. So anyway, thank you all. Have a good night.